This is my second attempt in my climbing gear. I've got my Bino harness on. I've made a few adjustments to my pack and how I'm bringing everything in. Replaced a lot of the MOLLE clips with paracord actually because it doesn't have the stretch. It doesn't have the give. This is the tree that I'm going to be getting in. I've got my bow ready to hoist up and a target about 20 yards away from the tree itself. So give me just a minute and I'll start unpacking and showing you some of the adjustments that I've made. So first set of adjustments, I put a plastic carabiner up here so I have something to hang my pack from my hip strap from, and then I put another plastic carabiner down here rather than the MOLLE clip that was holding my platform, just to see if it can hang better. So that's one of the major adjustments that I've made. So one of the things I didn't do last time was show you my ascent halfway up the tree. I said I was going to do that, but I did not. I just got so busy going up the tree. Hasn't taken me long. I've already gotten up 2 sticks, probably about 10 feet high. If you can see down there, it's been pretty smooth, pretty easy thus far. So anyway, just gonna continue the ascent, and we'll check in when we get to the top. All right, so the paracord went much easier than the MOLLE clips. A whole lot less clanking. Again, still need to get some hush tape, but as you can see, I'm about 16 or 17 feet up in this tree. May want to go ahead and invest in one of the aiders that clips onto the bottom of the sticks. Been looking at some of those from Amsteel, and they just seem a really light way to get that first step up a little bit higher so you can increase your height. That's not as important if you have a lot of foliage and a lot of coverage lower in the canopy. If the canopy's higher, then obviously you have to get up higher. But this is the cool thing about saddle hunting, is you can be versatile and move around, those kind of things. So next up, getting up in the platform. All right, so it took me maybe 10-15 minutes to get up here. Went a whole lot quieter this time because of the way I had my my X2 sticks strapped on with the paracord instead of the MOLLE clips. Less stretch, less clanging around. Still think could definitely do with some hush tape or something like that to silence them, you know, just to keep them from clanking around a little bit. There is a little clink here and a little clink there on some of the stuff, so we'll have to work on that. But definitely the quietest that I've been able to get up in a tree, and I'm all set. But around here, you can see I'm roped in. I've got my bow up right there, and it's just a beautiful day. Target's down there, so you know, I'm gonna get in some practice shots as long as I'm up here. I've been told by friends who do this that one of the most important things you can do prior to season is practice getting up and down the tree, practice shooting. It is a little bit different than on the ground or shooting from a lock-in, so I would highly recommend that. But again, this is just like an incredibly comfortable way to hunt. I can, you know, sit down low to the tree like this if I want. I've been told knee pads are a good investment. You know, you can kind of straddle or hug the tree like this if you want, or you can just go back to that classic standing position. See, we'll get that on my, yeah, it's just a fun way to hunt, hang out, enjoy being outside. Today's beautiful. It's a little cooler, a little bit more windy, but I am so looking forward to fall. Bino harness isn't that bad, sitting on my chest, nice and good. So anyway, get some shots off while we're up here and just see how we do today. That's how it's done right there, boys. So yeah, all in all, the second ascent full gear, I think just went incredibly well. Got up here a whole lot more quieter, a whole lot more comfortable. Got the right gear, picked up some S-beaners and some plastic carabiners to hang my gear on, stuff like that. Just stuff that, you know, you're figuring out as you go. But saddle hunting, ton of fun. Again, love the XOP products, but there is a bunch of stuff out there, and I'm a budget guy, so go with what works for you. But thanks for tuning in again, and hopefully we'll have some more fun this fall.